They called it the City of Gods, a paradise that vanished in a single night. Atlantis, the name that drifts through time like a haunting melody, half myth, half memory. For thousands of years, it has been humanity's most enduring mystery. Was it a story born from imagination, or the echo of a civilization that truly existed before recorded history? To seek the truth, we must travel back to the mind of one man, Plato. More than 2 millennia ago, in the Golden Age of Greece, the philosopher recorded a tale passed down from ancient priests of Egypt. They spoke of a mighty island beyond the Pillars of Heracles, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. There, they said, once flourished a great empire that ruled the seas and reached across the known world. Plato described a civilization of immense wealth and wisdom. Its kings were descendants of Poseidon himself, the god of the sea, and its people lived in perfect harmony with nature. They built temples plated with gold and silver, gardens that floated on terraces, and canals that shimmered like rivers of glass. At the heart of the island stood the royal city, a marvel of architecture formed by 3 circular rings of land and 2 of water, each connected by bridges and gates. From its central acropolis rose the Temple of Poseidon, guarded by bulls of bronze and towers that gleamed in the sun. Atlantis was more than a city. It was the symbol of human perfection. Yet even paradise can fall. As generations passed, pride poisoned their wisdom. The Atlanteans, once noble, became ambitious. They sought to dominate the world beyond their shores, subduing nations across Africa and Europe. But when they turned their armies toward Athens, the gods withdrew their favor. In one day and night of misfortune, the island was swallowed by the sea. The waves rose, the earth shook, and Atlantis was gone, leaving nothing but legend. For centuries, the story lay buried within Plato's writings, treated as a parable, a warning against arrogance. Yet as centuries turned, the idea of a lost civilization refused to die. Every culture, every age, reimagined Atlantis through its own eyes. 2 explorers of the Renaissance. It was a map to hidden worlds. 2 mystics, a gateway to forgotten wisdom. 2 satis, a riddle that could reveal humanity's true origins. The deeper one looked, the more the myth began to resemble memory. The Egyptians, from whom Solon heard the tale, kept records of great floods that reshaped the world. The Sumerians spoke of Eridu, the first city destroyed by water. The Hebrews told of Noah. In India, ancient Vedic texts describe the deluge of Manu, when the oceans rose to cleanse the earth. Even the Maya remembered a time when their ancestors fled a drowned homeland across the sea. Could all these stories share a common root? A real event so ancient that it survived only as myth? Modern science gives us a clue. Around 12,000 years ago, as the last ice age ended, global temperatures rose sharply. Massive glaciers melted. Sea levels rose more than 400 feet, and entire coastlines vanished. Lands that once connected continents disappeared beneath the ocean. What if Atlantis was one of those lost lands, a cradle of civilization erased by the flood? The search for its remains has led explorers to every corner of the globe. Some believe the Minoan civilization of Crete and Santorini was the source of Plato's story. The Minoans built grand palaces, worshipped sea gods, and vanished after a catastrophic volcanic eruption around 1600 BC. The island of Santorini, shaped like a broken circle around a deep caldera, mirrors the description of Atlantis. It's a concentric design. When archaeologists uncovered the buried city of Akrotiri, its frescoes revealed advanced art and architecture far ahead of its time. To many, this was the real Atlantis. Yet Plato wrote that the lost empire lay beyond the Pillars of Heracles across the open ocean. Others turned west, toward the Atlantic. In Spain's Donana Machas, aerial surveys have revealed mysterious circular formations beneath the mud patterns that match Plato's diagrams. Some researchers believe they mark the ruins of a city destroyed by tsunamis thousands of years ago. Still others point to the Azores, a chain of volcanic islands that once may have been part of a larger continent. But perhaps the most intriguing clues lie in Africa, deep in the Sahara Desert. The Rashid structure, a massive circular formation stretching 30 miles across. bears uncanny resemblance to Atlantis' rings of land and water. Once surrounded by rivers and fertile plains, the region may have been a lush paradise before the desert claimed it. From space, it looks like an eye staring up from the earth, the eye of the Sahara. Could this be the scar left by the fall of Atlantis? The mystery deepens under the sea. In the 1960s, divers near Bimini in the Bahamas discovered a line of huge rectangular stones lying beneath shallow waters. This are called the Mud Road. The blocks form straight paths, like ancient docks or walls. Some scientists dismiss them as natural formations, but others see evidence of construction. American psychic Edgar Cayce, decades earlier, had predicted that remnants of Atlantis would rise near Bimini. In the late 1960s, a coincidence that fueled the legend further. As sonar and satellite technology advanced, the ocean began to reveal its secrets. Off the coast of Cuba, researchers discovered vast underwater plains filled with symmetrical shapes, what appeared to be the remains of roads, walls, and pyramids buried under 2,000 feet of water. If these structures are real and human-made, they would rewrite history itself. Yet the ocean guards its mysteries fiercely. Pressure, darkness, and time erase all traces of truth. Atlantis has become more than a place. It is a mirror reflecting our own hopes and fears. Each age reshapes it. To the ancients, it was divine punishment. To explorers, it was the promise of discovery. To us, it is a warning that greatness without humility leads to ruin. Perhaps Plato never intended us to find Atlantis at all. Perhaps he wanted us to remember what its fall represents. Yet still, we search. The dream of Atlantis endures because it speaks to something eternal. The belief that humanity once touched perfection and lost it. Deep inside, we yearn to find that light again. Every diver who descends into the blue, every archaeologist brushing sand from a relic, carries that same unspoken hope that beneath the waves lies proof that our ancestors were far more than we imagine. Imagine standing on the shores of that vanished world. The air hums with the sound of distant chimes. Temples gleam like fire beneath the setting sun, and the sea glows with the reflection of gold-tipped towers. The people of Atlantis walk in marble streets, lined with fountains and statues, their ships sailing through channels lit by crystal lamps. Knowledge and art flourish. Wisdom is worshipped as a gift of the gods. For 1,000 years, they believe their empire will never end. Then the earth trembles. The ground splits. Smoke fills the sky. Mountains erupt. The sea withdraws and returns with vengeance. In hours, the jewel of the world becomes a grave of silence. Only the whisper of the waves remains, carrying the memory across time. Today, when scientists map the ocean floor or uncover ancient ruins beneath coral reefs, they are not merely searching for stone and metal. They are listening for that whisper. It is the voice of lost knowledge, calling us to remember that every civilization, no matter how mighty, is built upon fragile ground. The legend of Atlantis may never yield its coordinates, but its meaning endures. It reminds us that progress without wisdom invites destruction, that technology and power must walk hand in hand with humility. In every era, when humanity grows too proud, the story resurfaces, like a wave returning to shore, to remind us of what we risk losing. Perhaps Atlantis was real. Perhaps it was an echo of multiple ancient cultures drowned in the rising seas of prehistory. Or perhaps it is an archetype, a collective memory encoded in the myths of every people who survived the great floods of the past. Whatever the truth, Atlantis is not gone. It lives, whatever human imagination dares to remember. The search continues in laboratories, in deep-sea submersibles, in the quiet eyes of dreamers staring at the horizon. The lost city remains a symbol of what we are capable of, both creation and destruction. Beneath the waves, in the silence of the deep, the stones of Atlantis may still sleep. And if one day they rise again, perhaps we will finally understand that the true power of Atlantis was never its gold, nor its temples, but its spirit, the belief that knowledge and harmony could unite a world. Until then, we listen to the sea, we follow the faint echoes that drift through time, and we remember. For though Atlantis sank beneath the ocean, its light was never extinguished. It survives in every quest for truth, every act of discovery, every spark of curiosity that refuses to fade. The lost city beneath the waves is not merely history, it is the reflection of ourselves.